If you're not sick yet, count yourself lucky. Health leaders say we're in the worst case scenario as the record super flu outbreak shows no sign of letting up. Hospital admissions are up 55% in a week. It's the worst it's ever been at this time of the year. And if that's not bad enough, the winter vomiting bug norovirus is also surging, up by 35% in hospitals. Now there's fears that the planned residents' doctor strike could push hospitals into an even greater crisis. And with Christmas just weeks away and families mixing together, it could be about to get even worse.
Are we gonna see another lockdown soon? We got some breaking news coming out of the United Kingdom. Take a look at this.
Brits are warned to stay at home and not go to work as a mutant strain of superflu tears through the country.
So let me just stop you there. That's pretty much all we need in the United Kingdom. The sun says stay home, do not work. That's good enough for me.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow.
Hey, happy Sunday to you guys. So I wasn't going to do a video today, but I've been seeing so much of this. I said, let me just do a video for you guys. So we see that the super flu is what they're calling it. This is not the first time I've heard of the super flu, and this is not the first time that I've told y'all that the numbers are picking up with flu and COVID and all of the RSV and all of that. Well, this super flu is different than the flu we've been getting. It's going to be a lot more aggressive when it enters your body.
Has been spreading rapidly across mainland China. According to the latest report from China's Disease Control Center, between November 10th and 16th, there were 955 flu-like outbreaks reported in just 1 week, and hospitals are overflowing with patients. In Henan, a 3-year-old boy was diagnosed with a common cold after developing a fever on November 10th. Tragically, he passed away less than a day later. The hospital later updated the diagnosis to severe infection combined with H1N1 flu, but the family suspects that a misdiagnosis led to a delay in treatment. In Zhejiang, a 12-year-old girl developed white lung after just 1 day of fever. Meanwhile, a 39-year-old woman from Hangzhou, who was diagnosed with the flu, struggled for 3 days before being rushed to the hospital with multiple areas of her lungs severely affected.
Well, the symptoms are still going to be the same. You're going to have, the fever, the aching body, the headaches, and all of that. It's just going to be to a different degree of agony. And of course, they're saying you can get vaccinated for the flu even if you're like 6 months old and above. But this flu is out here. It is spreading. I encourage you guys to keep your distance, even though you can just get it from walking past somebody, or if somebody was there right before you and they had been coughing, you can get it still. You can get it from touching a surface and touching your face, your eyes, nose, mouth, whatever. Clean your phones regularly as well. And then yesterday when I was at the mall, went to the mall to get something to eat, and we were sitting down eating, which we normally don't do because I see so much stuff going on in the world. I notice everything now. I don't know if that's y'all, but I notice every single thing. So this guy, he was leaving out. He had his hand full, had a bunch of tennis shoe boxes. He could have put those down, but he didn't. Or he could have used his elbow and pushed the remote button. Like you push the button and the doors will automatically open up. This guy used his foot and put his foot on the hand button. He used his foot to open the door. I just thought that was so nasty. And this just goes to prove it. I see it all the time. People are careless in how they function. Like, you don't know who's going to come behind you, if it's an elderly person, it's a child or whatever, and it's going to touch that same thing that you just put your foot on, that your feet have been everywhere in. And speaking of that, when you come into your house, you might want to start taking your shoes off, because you don't know what you're walking on, okay? You don't know what's out and about. So, but this flu, super flu, has been talked about before. They talked about it on The Simpsons, and y'all know The Simpsons be predicting stuff, okay?
Powerful new flu hits England in 2025, causing a crisis even bigger than COVID. In the story, a tough and fast-moving flu begins spreading from town to town across the country. Very quickly, it becomes the largest health emergency England has faced since the days of COVID-19. Every day, huge numbers of people fall sick as the flu spreads faster than anything seen before. Doctors call it a super flu because it is far stronger and harder to control than normal flu. People get infected just by being close to someone who is sick, and within only 2 weeks, millions of people catch it. Hospitals fill up so quickly that there are no beds left anywhere. Patients are kept in hallways, and ambulances wait outside because there's simply no space left inside. Doctors and nurses are exhausted, working extremely long hours without rest. Soon, even basic flu and fever medicines start to run out. Schools return to strict COVID-style safety rules with short lockdowns called fire breaks. The government asks everyone to stay indoors, shops close except for essential stores, and most office workers have to work from home again.
Superflu outbreak alert in the US and Europe. Superflu H3 and to have begun to carry out confinements. Several schools in Europe have closed to avoid contagion and are again asking people to use mouth covers in public spaces. Increases in infections are already being reported in Spain, Japan, France, Canada, and the United States. This influenza variant is practically like a normal flu, but with stronger effects and also more contagious. There are currently more serious cases in children and older adults. In London and the United Kingdom is one of the main focus areas.
Hospitals up and down the country have declared critical incidents as a wave of mutant superflu tears through the UK. Schools have been forced to bring back COVID-style firebreak lockdowns as the flu bug collides with RSV and norovirus, with experts warning this could be the worst outbreak in a decade. Last week, there was an average of 1,700 patients in hospital with flu, more than 50% higher than the same time last year. At least 2 NHS trusts have declared critical incidents, a term that's used by hospitals when they can no longer guarantee that patient care can be delivered.
So I'm not sure if y'all are seeing the pattern. Something major comes out, like a pandemic, like the flu, like C-19. Things start to shut down. People start to tell you to stay home. Schools close down. Only essential stores are open. And then when things do open back up, nothing is ever the same again. And this is what I see coming into 2026. Now, I will be doing a year in review because so much has happened this year that we tend to forget all of the things that are happening. So I'm going to do a video on that and also talk about where I think it's going for 2026. But if you can see through the distractions of it all, you can see that there is a reset that is coming. And in order for them to get that reset going with the dollar, the digital dollar, with the digital ID, with the Neuralink, with all of that, they probably have to close things down, right? So, again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. I have no idea what they're doing. None. But if you're paying attention, you will start to wonder, could it be that they're planning a huge reset and things are going to be changed? We know that they have already started in the United States with the digital ID, in Alaska as a test run, but it will be trickling to all of the states really, really soon. And what better way than to have some illness out here and have to shut things down in order to do it, because they want to be able to track everything you do. That includes your illnesses. That includes whether or not you got that jab or not. Because like in the UK, you won't be able to work without it. What happens when they say you can't work without that and the you know what? And they want to know what you're buying, how much of it you're buying, etc. Start buying now. Start buying now if you have it to do. If you're buying certain things and you know what those certain things are and you don't want them to know. Now this, I don't know. I'm just saying. I have no idea, but I would probably buy it cash while we still have cash to use. Hit that like, share the video out, and let me know what you think down below. Do you see what's coming?
Have you ever noticed hospitals swab your nose before surgery? It's because your nose is a huge reservoir. And they like to use iodine because it kills germs within 90 seconds of administration. So basically, it's a no-brainer. But imagine having a simpler solution to apply in the comforts of your own home. Triquetra. And get the same effect? What does nozzle mean by Triquetra? It's basically a nasal iodine and it has fulvic acid as well. And listen, within 90 seconds of coming in contact with your nose, it kills all the germs off. No dripping, no burning, 1 to 2 pumps, and you're good to go. It's good for on the go, on habit forming. And like I said, the mixture of the iodine mixture with the fulvic acid is going to kill the germs within 90 seconds. Listen, if the hospitals make swabbing our nose a priority, shouldn't we care for our nose and our daily routine as well?
I don't have the time to get sick. By being around tons of sick people all day long at the pharmacy, this is what's protecting me. Iodine nasal spray. It kills 99% of germs on contact within 90 seconds. Pair iodine with fulvic acid. It creates a barrier in my nasal cavities, so whenever someone sneezes on me or is sick around me, it basically keeps that virus from replicating and getting me super sick.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop.